So this will be a short and sweet video in which I will be reviewing every single book that I read in 2024, which spoilers, I only read 13 books and I'm still reading one I'm currently reading. And the reason I have this notebook open is because I want to see all the books that I read and also listen to the audiobook. Some of them I've given away because I'm trying to reduce the amount of books that I have. Anyways, let's get started. I will be reviewing each book by first rating it by stars that will be on Goodreads, and also I will be reviewing in one sentence for each book. So I only started reading in the last week of August, because from January to August I did not read anything. I was in my biggest reading slump yet. And the first book that I read was actually the book that took me out of the reading slump. The book that put me in the reading slump is the book that I read to put me out of my reading slump. And the first book that I read is Torture for Christ by William Wurmbrand. It's a book I was reading December 2023. I did not finish, but then I did successfully finish, as you can see. And I rated this 3.5 stars. And the sentence is, it's really good, very compelling, but too many testimonies to keep up with. That's Torture for Christ by Richard Wurmbrand. The second book that I read is Anthony Horowitz, Beasts and Monsters. This is retellings of Celtic, Indian, and Greek mythology. I rated this 3 stars as well. My review is not as funny as I expected, but really good, really informative. Then I reread Frankenstein. I think that's the right way to say it. If I'm not, I'm sorry. But I read Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and you can see I really annotated the heck out of it. It was really fun to read. And I rated this 3.5 stars. Initially, when I read it in 2016, I think, I rated this 4 stars. But now I kind of reduced it to 3.5 stars because for some reason, upon reading the second time, I didn't enjoy it as much. And my review is pretty good, pretty compelling, amazing themes, but some parts were boring. That's Frankenstein. The next book that I read, I started reading also in 2023 but did not finish. And this is The Marriage Market by Nisha Minyas. This is smart romance novel, interracial, like Indian British novel. And I rated this 2.5 stars, basically 3 stars. It's good, but okay, the sentence is, or at least my review of this book is, not a terrible writing, couldn't get the plot, too many things thrown into the story, and really bad smut. Basically, a better but worse version of, what's the name of the book? The better and worse version of After by Anna Todd. Then the next book that I read, obviously, this beauty. The next book that I read is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I could have rated this 5 stars, but there were so many parts that were prolonged that it kind of made the reading experience a bit tiresome. But anyways, I rated this 4 stars, so good. I will be rereading this in the future. And my review for this book is very compelling, so good, easy to read, amazing writing, flawless writing. And I want to be like Anna, but not cheating Anna. That's Anna Karenina. The next book that I read is Terra Morta by Castro Soromenho, and I rated this 3 stars, but I could not find this book on Goodreads. But anyways, I rated this 3 stars, 3.5 stars. Yes, 3.5 stars. My review of this book is so funny, incredibly good. I was not expecting it, but a lot of slavery. Next book that I read, not the next book after Anna Karenina that I read is White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and I rated it 4 stars. My review of it's amazing. I need to get the physical copy to annotate the heck out of it. I was not expecting the friend zone situation. If you are a hopeless romantic, I highly recommend. So good, so good. Next book that I read is The Holly Tree Inn by Charles Dickens, and I rated it 3 stars. My review of it is very entertaining. You'll learn about different types of inns in the old British days, but a forgettable novel or short story. Next book that I listened to the audiobook, and that's Letters to a Young Poet by Rain Marie Rilke. I hope I said his name correctly. I rated it 3 stars, pretty good. I would say 3.5 stars. It's pretty good, but there's a lot of complaining, a lot of whining from the poet, but it's so good. Amazing quotes, highly recommend. The next book that I listened as well, the audiobook, and that is Don't Believe Everything You Think about Joseph Nguyen. I rated it, I think, 3 stars as well. My review of it is that I did not learn anything new, and do not read this book. I don't recommend. Next, The Story of Sarah, an Amish romance by Grace Givens or Grace Given. And I rated it 3 stars, and my review of it is it's a very good retelling of the story of Sarah and Abraham. So quick, easy to understand, very compelling, and a bit emotional towards the end. Then I think those are 12 books. The other book that I did not want to mention, but this is the one I read. This is the BFG, or the Big Friendly Giant by Ronald, what? By someone, I don't know the name of this. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Some people call him Ronald Dahl, but I'm not sure. Anyways, it's just about a girl that befriends a giant, and I rated this 3 stars. It's an okay novel, but very good for children. I read this with my students, and pretty good, highly recommend. The last book that I'm still reading but did not finish, and it is Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. As you can see, I'm reading and annotating my way through it, and so far I rated 4 stars. Pretty good, very compelling, and so hard to read. Very emotional, and it takes a lot out of you when it comes to analyzing the psychology of a criminal or a murderer. So yeah, that was everything. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.